Hey everyone, it's Gamefruitpulp, and welcome back to another Minecraft Building Toronto episode. Today, I'm really excited to be going over our second subway station on the map with you guys. We're starting up here on the surface. We're at the intersection of University and King, and we're going to be checking out St. Andrew's subway station. Of course, over here we have St. Andrew's Church. If you missed our last episode of Minecraft Building Toronto, I toured that, so be sure to check out that. And today, before we get started, of course, a word from one of our sponsors, and today our sponsor is going to be our good friend, the subscribe button, and with a special appearance from the bell. If you're subscribed, be sure to hit that bell, and if you're not subscribed, be sure to be subscribed to catch future episodes of Building Toronto, as well as other great series on the channel. Today's video is going to be a little different to my other Planet Minecraft, or my other Building Toronto videos, sorry. Rather than just doing sort of fly-throughs, we're going to be walking through the map just because it's all underground. It's going to be too difficult to use the replay mod to capture. The first part's going to be showcasing some of the unique things about this project, and then the rest of it is going to be about the actual history of St. Andrew Station itself. So, coming down off of one of the street level entrances, we come down here, and the main thing I'm going to showcase before I jump into the history of the station is going to be the cool little details done by our builders Apache and Toxic with the help of our photographer Nasser, who went and took some great detailed shots of the actual station. So first, starting in the toll collectors area, I'm going to need to be quiet for these, but those of you who are on the TTC regularly will recognize this sound. That, of course, is the announcement sound that plays throughout the TTC whenever there's an announcement to be made. So that's one of the cool little details of this map. And then going downstairs to check out the other cool details is, of course, we have the Line 1 train that's built by Crafty Fox off Crafty Fox's channel. Crafty Fox is probably the best, one of the best, if not the best, train creators in the Minecraft community. So we used his Line 1 subway car to sort of bring the station a little bit more to life. Obviously, you've already seen this if you watched the sneak peek video I released a couple weeks ago, but the other cool sneak feature about this that I want to make sure to showcase at the beginning is this. And that, of course, is the opening and closing sounds for the for the TTC street or subway cars. So that's another really cool detail. So those are the two details I wanted to show at the beginning. Now we're going to go back up to the surface, and I'm going to tell you guys about a little bit of the history of the station and all that kind of good stuff there. If I can find one of the exits to the street. So we'll go up here, and I will do a quick little cut because I have to transition to the different recording like settings, but I'll see you guys in a brief second, and we will be looking at the history of the St. Andrew subway. So going into the actual history of St. Andrew Station, I was surprised there's not very much detail available about it on online. Our usual friend Wikipedia, rather scarce in detail this time, but we'll do with it what we can and see what we can find, because I didn't find too much. But what I did find is reasonably interesting. So obviously St. Andrew is a subway station. It's on the Line 1 University Yonge Line in Toronto. It's located underneath University Avenue at the intersection of King Street West. The station was opened in 1963 and is named for the nearby St. Andrew's Presbyterian Church. The opening date was February 28th, 1963. And obviously St. Andrew's Church is something we toured in the last episode. Nearby landmarks of the station are things I touched on in the last video, which is talking about the church. Obviously, you have the church, and the station is also near the entertainment district. So you got things like Roy Thompson Hall, Royal Alexandria Theatre, the Prince of Wales Theatre, etc. And it's also near the financial district and the Toronto Stock Exchange, and has connections to the path, which can connect you with anywhere in the city if you can figure out that maze of a location, or that maze of a pathway system. The subway station itself is the 10th most busy out of 75 subway stations in Toronto and serviced 57,480 passengers in 2018. It's obviously underground and has accessibility for those with disabilities. And the only other real thing that I found about it that is super interesting is that it's a center platform. Some of the other stations have exterior platforms with the tracks in the middle, but this one's a center platform, which means that the two tracks split at the station. The other stuff to sort of talk about is some of the improvements that were done on the station. Starting in 2008, there were several minor improvements to the stations. A trial installation of LED lights at the south end of the platform was being used to study their effectiveness in the system, and the decision was made to keep them in 2019, and a permanent installation was done in February of 2011. Removal of the metal slat wall cover treatment began in 2009, and in 2009 the installation of a new wall treatment began. The new treatment consisted of enamel painted sheet metal that was white with dark green trim and lettering, and on March 25th, 2010 the panels were replaced with new versions that showed less buckling. However, the buckling issue was not totally resolved and a stronger version was being developed. And then, as I mentioned, the station is now fully converted to wheelchair accessible with a new elevator inside the station from mezzanine level to subway platform, and upgrading an elevator in a nearby office complex at 145 King Street West to provide access from street level to the mezzanine. The project started in 2010 and was completed in 2012. Not really much else to talk about at St. Andrew Station. The station itself was beautifully done by our builders. I'm blown away with how well they did on it. Obviously south now of the station, the only thing left to do south for subways is to connect King and St. Andrew at Union Station, so that's going to be pretty exciting. And then other than that, all we really have to do is work north, so that's pretty exciting as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this sort of showcase on the video or on the subway station. I encourage you to go check it out yourself because there's so many little details about this place, much like all the builds we have on the map, that you really want to check it out for yourself and see all the cool little details that I didn't touch on today. Obviously, some of the things I kind of glossed over that I think are really cool is all the exits are accurate. This is the first time we've built something super high scale with utilizing our new photographer Nasser, who goes around actually downtown to take the photos for us, and it really paid off. I think that all these little details that we would have not been able to capture before were captured this time, and it was quite interesting seeing the whole process from start to finish, with Nasser helping out Apache and Toxic with their builds and with the resource. And Nasser, although he's our photographer, he's also like our researcher as well. He found some really awesome, helpful photos for things like the subway or the streetcar. Oh my goodness, the subway rails underneath and where they go after they leave the station and stuff like that. So obviously really helpful to have him on board as well. And this was the first time we were truly able to utilize him to his full potential. So I want to thank him as well. But thank you guys for most of all for watching and for continuing to support the channel and the project. If you enjoyed the video and you're new to the channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell as well. And if you're a returning viewer, be sure to leave a like and share the channel with some of your friends. We're coming up to the end of the year now. The next video would most likely be the winners of our holiday building competition. I got some really good entries to that, so I'm excited to go through them. And that's really everything. So my name is Gamefruitpulp. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll catch you guys all next time. Have a good one.